Good afternoon, evening, happy time zones, everybody. I'm the Dez, and welcome to day 1 or 2 of my Liberation playthrough. Yeah, deal with it. Deal with it is what I say. Poro, how are you doing? Before I get started, as what has almost become a, how should we say, a tradition on our channel here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Really? 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 I can't be having... This is such a Mickey Mouse fucking stream. Mickey Mouse, I tell you. Fucking Mickey Mouse stream right here. Still no. God bless. Mickey Mouse, I tell you. Mickey Mouse stream. I have to go on a rant. I have to go on a small rant before we get started. And it's about PC gaming. I think I've had this rant before, but I'm going to go on it again. Because damn it, one, it's my stream and I'm allowed to rant about whatever I want. And two, it needs to be said multiple times. So, and I'll get into this later as to reason why. It'll be another topic of discussion. But today I had to shut down all of my computer equipment. No big deal, you say. You just shut it down, do what you need to do, you fire everything back up. Everything works good as gold, right? No, it doesn't. Turn off the PCs, get everything back up and running. I wanted to be streaming a half an hour ago, but it took me 20 minutes to get this game running again. All because I just turned off my computer. And that right there is why consoles are fucking superior. Oh, I need to turn off my Xbox because, I need to do something with the power. So, I'll shut it down. That way it does a controlled shutdown instead of, shuts down because there's no power. So I'm going to do that. And then when I want to play, say, any game on my console again, I just turn the console back on, fire the game up, boom, off and running. I probably did something. I didn't do it incorrectly. That's the thing. I shouldn't need a startup procedure. That's more than step 1. Push on. That's it. Or if you have a power button in the front of your PC, push on. Mine's on top, so that's why on. And I had to reach up because it's up in the air. On. Push on. Push the on button. PC fires up. Load Liberation. Good to go. So there may be some stuttering today, because what I did to fix the stuttering before actually didn't work this time. The game kept crashing, and I see stuttering. So, I don't even know. I really don't. So I guess we're just gonna have to fucking deal with it for the whole stream today. Very, very aggravating. Talc. The game wouldn't start because I didn't poop on the poop deck. It's probably true. It's probably true. Hey, guess what, guys? I can't ride my... God bless. I can't drive my canoe today. I can't drive my canoe today. You know what I feel like right now? That scene from fucking Austin Powers, dude. How did we get in here? There we go. I got out. I got out because I'm a fucking sailor. Oh god. It's harder than you look. Or it's harder than it looks. You just like saying poop. Who doesn't, actually? Who doesn't like saying poop? So, the reason why I had to shut down my my computers today, which, might I add, I hate doing, right? I hate turning off my fucking, all of my equipment. Because, you know, like, and then when I started it back up, it was like, oh, update this, and oh, update this, and oh, how's your father? And oh, did you know that this program that you installed one time fucking 8 years ago now needs an update? You know, like, oh, like, and then all the things that I forgot to disable during my startup, you know, sequence, you know, they all come back, you know, like, oh, you want this to start up? You want this to start up? Do you want this to start up? And you're like, no, I don't want any of this. Just knock it off. And none of this is my gaming PC, might I add. My gaming PC, that, like, I start up and it boots in a couple, it, like, all it fires up is, like, Afterburner and the NZXT, like, monitoring software. That's pretty much all that fires up on my gaming PC. My gaming PC, literally, I hit start, and when I hit the power button, by the time I, like, swivel in my chair to face the screen, it's pretty much like, okay, let's log into your account, Windows account, please. My stream PC, on the other hand, has a whole bunch of other shit. But the reason why I had to do that, and as some of you know, because you follow me on my other social media stuff, I've been redoing redoing like parts of my house, right? Like, you know, I think everybody, when you buy a house, like, the first thing you do is you go in and paint shit, right? Like, there was a whole room that I didn't move anything into for the sole purpose of me painting and redoing the carpet and all that stuff. And the reason why I want to do this way is I'll do that room, I'll get it all set up for the guest room, and then I'll actually move into that room while I do the same thing in the master bedroom, right? And then I'll move all of my shit back into the master bedroom, you know. Which reminds me, I have to, like, there's a sequence. The master bedroom is like the third room I'm gonna redo. Guest room is first, workshop is second, master bedroom is third. And the reason why the master bedroom is third is because I want to 3D print these little brackets for these wood slabs for my bed. And I don't want to hook up my 3D printer until I get my workshop completed, because if I hook up my 3D printer without doing my workshop, I'll never do my workshop. Okay, anyway, so I get my guest bedroom is all painted. It looks good. I got the trim ripped off. I got that all sanded down. I got that painted. It all looks great, right? It does. I mean, all that looks great. I'm not upset with it at all. I mean, there are some little mistakes I made, but it's because it was the first time I've ever fucking done anything like that. So I'm not upset with the outcome. I think so far everything's actually going pretty good, considering I've fucking never done it before. I went to put the... So first I have to say that all of the fucking plugs in this house are like 20 years old. Like, they're that plug in your house that when you plug something in, like, the plug starts to fall out because like where, like, the prongs go into the, let's just put it this way. The plugs in my house are like throwing a banana down a hallway. That's what it's like. So everything that you plug in, as soon as you fucking, like, look at the cord wrong, it comes unplugged. So I was like, I gotta replace all of the outlets. I've got to replace every outlet in my house, right? I've just decided that that's something I'm gonna do. But with the guest room, I was like, you know what, like, you know, I'll buy the outlets and And I'll do that, you know, like either after the carpet guy, like there's no need to do it right now or whatever. But I went out and bought outlets and stuff because I did all this work in there. And when I was putting the face plates back on, the face plates and the outlets themselves are like this shit cream color. Like they're not white. And all the trim is white now. Right? They might have been white in like 1968 when everything was installed, right? But they're definitely like stained, like they have like coffee porcelain stain, like brown look, like they're old. So I couldn't do it, right? I put like the light faceplate back on for the light switch, and I'm standing there and I'm looking at it, and I was like, I did all this work and this looks like shit. So I was like, okay, got to install the outlets. Well, what does every good electrician, when he wants to install outlets, he turns the power off. So I go down to my power distribution center, if you will, and the power center, the load center is, oh my God, it's terrible. Like, I've never seen anything like this. And mind you, I worked on a submarine that was built in 1975, right? Which used, that means if it's built in 1975, it means it's using like mid to late 60s technology, right? So I lived on a submarine that was built in 1975 using late 60s technology. I worked in customer vaults and stuff in like Baltimore and DC area, in like power distribution, and a lot of those buildings were built in the 50s, and none of them were new. So I worked on a lot of old antiquated shit. My load center in my house is like by far, I mean, outside of having like the twist fucking fuses back like in like the 40s, like this thing is fucking terrible. And not only that, but whoever wired my house, I mean, seriously, what the fuck? Like, I flip a switch and outlets in multiple rooms, like they wired the house like I'm just gonna say it. They wired the house port and starboard. I'm not fucking kidding you. If I flip the switch, all of the fucking outlets on the left port side of the fucking house would go out. If I flipped another switch, all of the outlets on the fucking starboard side basement would go out. If I flipped another switch, the lights in the basement would go out. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, I'm used to, and then, oh, I flipped the switch and all of the outlets and lights went off in 2 rooms. 2 fucking rooms. Look, man, there's not a lot of lights or rooms in this house, right? There's the basement. We'll call that a room. There's the workshop. That's a room. I got 3 bedrooms. That's 5, right? I got 2.5 2 bathrooms, we'll say, because the half bathroom will count. Actually, that's a full bathroom. So we got one, we'll say 2 like rooms for a bathroom, because the 1 bathroom isn't. So this is 7 rooms, right? Then we got the living room and the kitchen. So there's 9 rooms, okay? That's it. There should be 9 fucking breakers, and each breaker controls a room. That's how it should be. Period, end of. There should be a breaker, and when you flip that, the basement goes dead. There should be a breaker that you flip that, the master bedroom and the bathroom attached to that bedroom go dead. A breaker for this room, the stream room that I'm in, a breaker for my workshop. And then you have like your mains, like your big main breaker, right? And then you have like, you know, obviously your furnace is going to be on its own line. Your dryer is going to be on its own line. Your washer. So that's what, like 3 other. So there should be in total 12 like breakers. This distribution center is so old that each individual breaker has 2 like breakers on it, like a left and a right. So each one is like a dual circuit. It's I don't know how much money it's gonna fucking cost me to get this redone, but I'm gonna have to fucking redo it. And I just hope that there's a way that I can figure out how to like tie shit in. You know what? I don't even want to think about it anymore. But I had to. The problem is I had to turn off the room. I had to turn off the power for the guest bedroom. Well, at least figure it out. By the time I figured it out, like, and there's gonna be. Like, I'm gonna need two people. I'm gonna need someone in my basement standing at the breaker box, turning shit off and on, and then I'm gonna have to walk around my house with a fucking diagram of every room, of every outlet with an electrical sniffer, which is a great invention if you've never had one or you don't have one. I highly recommend going and getting yourself a sniffer. What a sniffer is, if you don't know, is it's about the size of a pen. They're about yay long. And all you do is it just senses basically a field, an electric field, like it's a magnetic field that indicates that there's power, right? It doesn't tell you the voltage. It doesn't tell you if there's any flow going through the line or anything. It's basically you put the sniffer up against the whatever you want to see, and if it beeps, that means that there's electricity there. Doesn't tell you, like I said, it doesn't tell you what the voltage is, and it doesn't tell you what the current is. But if you're like gonna be doing what I'm gonna do, where you're gonna turn off a breaker and you want to see what still has power and what doesn't, you could walk into a room with a sniffer, put it up against everything, and everything that beeps, you know, still has power. It's better than walking around with the. Look, you could do this too. You could walk around with a fucking lamp, right? Or like, I mean, you could walk around with your cell phone. You could literally plug your cell phone plug in and then walk around and plug in every, you know, you could do it that way too. I mean, there are ways to do it without buying a special tool. But if you're someone that does a lot of like, kind of like handy little electrical work, a sniffer is like a beautiful thing. I had a really, really nice sniffer made by Fluke, which is by far, if you're gonna tell me that you have a multimeter, I'm sorry, I just went like fucking way off the rails here. But if you're gonna tell me that you have a multimeter and it's not a Fluke, don't even talk to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like I try not to be, you know, like elitist. In many things in my life, but there's only one device that you should be using, one manufacturer that you should be using to test electrical devices, and that's Fluke. And if you don't have Fluke, then you're fucking playing with fire, in my opinion. But it's like the standard. I mean, everybody the only person that doesn't use Fluke is your fucking uncle, who's got like the little fucking like twisty, like the old, like he doesn't do electrical work, but you're like, hey, do you have a multimeter I could borrow? And he tosses you this little fucking plastic piece of shit that's got these two dinky little leads on it that, you know, like some fucking, like you get it out of like a bubblegum machine, or, you know, like you put a quarter in the machine and you twist the dial and then this little plastic ball pops out and you open it, and that's what his fucking multimeter comes in. So fuck off if you don't have a Fluke. But I had a really nice Fluke sniffer, and I believe now I don't want to pin it on her because I'm not sure, but I believe that Valkyrie ate it. I believe that she chewed it up when she was a puppy. I believe that Valkyrie is the reason why I don't have a sniffer anymore. Valkyrie, did you eat my sniffer? She's not looking at me. Thor, did you eat my sniffer? Neither one of them want to fess up to it. But one of those two dogs chewed on my sniffer. Now I can't trust its integrity. I think I threw it away. But I should order another one.
What did you find? A letter from the coward Macandal. He's preparing a ceremony. Voodoo? Yes, but to what end?
Power. What other end is there? Show them you've got the spirits at your back, especially the mean ones, and people do most anything you say. There's your real magic.
Follow Elise. All right. Blame the dog. It works for everything. It does. I mean, it does.
It's that way, well hidden in the trees. Wait, I recognize those men. They're escaped slaves, hired from Saint-Danger.
The shantytown?
Oui, though it barely deserves the name. A cramped, miserable place.
The men I saw at your camp, they were from Saint-Danger?
Oui, Roussillon wasn't too happy when I hired them, but he got used to the idea. Please, you can't hurt them.
It goes without saying.
Best of luck then. Go, I'll be at the office if you need me.
I mean, I am pretty sure that one of those two dogs fucking ate my sniffer. What is that? Why am I climbing down here? Which one? Who's the acolyte? Tail the acolyte. Oh shit. 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 Well, I can't kill it. I'm confused. I can't kill him. Distance to target. Oh, I can kill him now. Oh shit, dude. What is happening? Desynchronized target lost. Well, this is... I mean, alright. Like, this is fucking crap. Or is that the bonus? Is it the bonus to kill only? No, she asked me not to fucking kill anybody. He screamed pretty loud.
My faithful acolyte.
So
preparations are complete. Our ceremony will take place on the eve of St. John. Assemble my followers.
So I also want to say, as you guys know or don't know, because I don't think I actually ever finished the command, or the command doesn't work. I can't remember what the command is to even try it. So fuck me. What am I trying to say? Use your big boy words. Oh, there's a big wall there, chat. I was wondering if I could get there. I guess not. I wanted to get that canoe. No canoe for me, I guess. I wanted to redeem myself from my earlier. But what I did was I updated the Google Doc to include... so there's a website, and I don't know... Well, you know what? I'll say that it's not that inaccurate, but there's a website called, what is it? Time to Beat or something like that. And it basically just, you know, you type in the game and it'll tell you, obviously, like how long it'll take you to beat said game. If you just play the main story, if you go like a completionist run, it's like a general, like 20 hours or whatever. So what I did was I went through and I grabbed all the Assassin's Creed games that we'll be playing on stream. They're all listed in the Google Doc already. I put all the times that because it gives like like if you just do the story missions only time, if you do the story missions plus some fluff, or if you do like a completionist. So I took the story missions plus fluff, and I put those times in the Google Doc, and then I put then I compared it to the time it took us to do it. So I'll update that as each game kind of keeps going. So that's in the Google Doc now, so you can see like, are we like, and so far we're actually Assassin's Creed 3. We were like a couple of hours less than the time, but everything else is within an hour or so.
He has balls of steel.
Game daughter, how are you?
Et puis,
Where is Elise?
Look at those
my
emotes.
company doesn't satisfy you? Oh, I am hurt. Pray, tell me what you found. I'm
It's
as
nice
good
to
a
see you.
confidant as the
How are you doing today?
lady, I swear.
It's not a confidant I need, but an informant. Macandal is holding a ceremony on St. John's Eve tonight, but I don't know where.
I know who can help, and you can help me in return. There's a witch doctor in Saint-Anger, the eyes and ears of the bayou. I sent Elise to him with supplies, but she forgot this. So hard to find honest criminal help these days. Give him this. With his trust, the secrets of the bayou will be yours.
Thank you.
By the by, come back when you are done. I have a job or two that could use a woman of your caliber. And some work as well.
I'd like to stab him right in his throat. I want to stab that guy right in his stupid, bigoted throat. Okay, so I'm going to say that the wall that I wasn't allowed to go past is probably down now. So let's go get this this viewpoint here. Oh, wait. Let's get this viewpoint. Did I already get this? Or is this the alligator? Did I already get this? Or is that a new alligator nest? Oh, excuse me. You're frustrated with Walmart, but you vented in Discord. Oh, you know what? That's fine. You can vent here too if you want. I am frustrated. You know, I am frustrated actually. I got a Home Depot card, right? And I am frustrated with their the website to like, and I did it so that way when I order stuff to pick up in store delivery, I don't have to enter anything. Like I wanted to link this credit card and use only this credit card for like my house projects. And their fucking website, the website, not Home Depot's website, but the credit card website is so piss slow that everything times out. Now I don't know if it was. Can I pet this? Can I pet this animal? Can I pet this trash panda? Nope. Oh. I hear it. Oh god. Oh, it's not. Oh, fuck off. God, do I not fucking like alligators in video games? At least not ones that I can't fucking see. Can I assassinate the alligator? There it is. Okay. Assassinate. Oh my god! Yeah, fuck off, alligator! Take that shit. Uh-huh. 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 That's right. That's right, little bitch. I don't know what the alligator eggs do for us. But the website is so slow that it kept timing out, so I couldn't link anything. And that bothers me. I hate... Ow. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Okay. Okay. What's happening? Chat. Oh my... Get up. Oh, that's so terrible. Go on, Aveline. You're telling me... Oh, wait. Now I'm fucking... Like, I'm very confused, Ed. And you're probably right. I probably should just use a different browser and it'd probably work just fine. Okay, so I definitely can't get over to that canoe, right? Ugh, it's so gross. You have no idea what's down there. What is happening? Why can't I go anywhere? I think I explained in an earlier Assassin's Creed game, I think it was Assassin's Creed 1, how much I dislike the, you know, like Grand Theft Auto did that shit too. Remember, which one was it? Grand Theft Auto 3, the one where you're, is that fire? Oof. I guess I shouldn't say anything. I mean, it is, Grand Theft Auto used to do that shit. Be like, here's this big, huge map, but, you know, the bridge is out, and you can't get to it right now. So, you know, you're gonna have to go ahead and just wait. So how do we get over here? Why game? Why? It's not letting me over here at all. Just at all. Well, this is going to be awkward when we run out of water. I mean, when we... Okay. There we go. That's how you turn a canoe around, right there. You were supposed to have groceries delivered between 10 and 11 this morning. Oh, alright. See, dude, can I fucking tell you, the other day, what day was it? It was a day last week. Whatever day I got my 3080. Whatever day I got my new video card. The one that PS is for sale. And for friends of the stream, I would sell for basically the cost that I paid for it, with a little bit of like shipping and stuff like that. So if you need a video card, you know, send me a message. But I mean, I have it up for auction right now, so, you know, like, I would prefer to sell it that way because I'm trying to make some money on it. Anyway, the day I got my video card, it said it would be delivered by X time, and I was like, sweet. I'll get my video card delivered, and then I will, and then I'll stream. And they didn't show up for like 3 hours after they said. They were like, oh, your video card. They even gave me a live view. Like, your guy is here. And I was like, oh, sweet. He's right there. He's not that far away. But no. Yeah, him not being far away didn't fucking mean anything. Can we... Is this... I mean, I know we could climb up this because there's a little thing there that says you can. Oh, it's probably right here where this little handhold is. Can I jump down inside of... No. That's it. We tried, chat. That was me trying to get that chest. So, and speaking of deliveries, so now that I think about it, I need to set a reminder to fucking figure out what's going on. I ordered a love sack. So I have like a love sack couch, right? And it's, I think it was I think it was 4 pieces when I originally bought it. So like the way it works is you can, like when you buy the love, like you buy like sections at a time, right? Like you could buy like 2 sections at once or 3 sections, whatever. Elegant, good evening. How are you, sir? So I bought a love sack couch, and it comes in sections. And I bought, like I said, I think I bought 1, 2, 3. I think I bought a 4 section. They call them sectionals. Like it makes me laugh. Like, cause one, love sack makes me laugh. The name love sack makes me laugh. But then I bought a sectional from it. Like all I think about is just dudes laying around with their nut sacks hanging out. That's all. That's all I could think of is fucking like just like dudes sitting in a room with their sacks hanging out. When I think of the word love sack, I don't know why. Anyway, so and that was because in my apartment I had like a right angled like spot in my living room where 4 sections of a love sack actually fit perfectly. Like it was beautiful. Might even have been 5. No, it was definitely 4. And I was like, wow, this is perfect. It fits right in there. It's awesome. Well, then when I moved, it definitely wasn't big enough, right? So I bought another. I bought it December 1st, chat. December 1st, I bought my sectional piece, my 1 extra piece. That motherfucker didn't get here until, what is today? The 7th. It got here like last week, right? So, and then I ordered covers for it. The fucking covers still aren't here. And they said they were gonna be. So I need to get on the horn and go full straight up fucking Karen on Lovesack. Did that start out as sex? I don't know. I don't know. But think of all the cucumbers that you could have on a huge Lovesack. That's all I'm saying. I know they started out as like these giant bean bags. They were like these giant, big, huge, giant bean bags. And then they started making couches. They do have, and I mean, the things that they, like they have like a really nice surround sound system that you can like put into the piece, like this, like it's like hidden, I don't fucking know what they call it. Probably like hidden sack or some shit because they're so fucking, but it's like you can put put in like speakers into the couch. Like you can order those separate. They have a little like blocks that you can put in that you can plug in that are like USB chargers. I mean, they do it. Look, I'm not saying that it isn't like a good, like the actual furniture itself is nice. But where they fuck you over is the covers. like they're like, oh, you can replace the covers. So I bought 2 sets of covers. Well, I bought 1 set of covers, and then I was like, you know, it might be good to have a second set because I got 2 asshole dogs. So I bought a second set of covers. Those motherfuckers are expensive. Like, you could buy a whole new couch for just the covers. And that's way too much, man. One of your teachers had one of the beanbags. Yeah. I don't have a beanbag. I thought about getting one of the beanbags. But, like I said, it's not fucking cheap, man. I think it was like $900 for 1 section, an extra pillow, and then covers. Or 1 cover for, like... I think the cover... Yeah, because the cover didn't even... Yeah, it was... dude, all I'm saying is it's fucking expensive. I mean, it's weighty, and I don't feel like it's cheap. It's not like cheaply... You know, you buy some... Like, I'll be honest, man. This green screen that I got back here, it's not... There are better ones. There are cheaper ones. That's all I'm going to say. There are cheaper ones. I probably could have got a cheaper one. And I don't think there's going to be much of a quality difference. You know what I mean? Like, there are things...
Elise! Aveline!
That...
Does Macondal still live?
He's holding a ceremony tonight. Venerable one, I bring supplies from Roussillon.
Thank you.
This Macondal is
Thank
a
you.
dark influence over the people of Sandanje. If you can stop him, I will help. Yes, his shadow emanates from the shore of Lake Pontchartrain. He has a poison in his possession, from which you will not recover if stung. I will give you the antidote, but it will not stop the poison. Only limit its damage. Time is short. You must take this now.
Yeah, because that's what I do, is drink strange fluids from men in the bayou.
Worse, I think. Thank you. We'll strike tonight. I'll disguise myself as a slave, so that I'm invisible to Macondal's followers.
I'll be ready when you are. St. John won't know what hit him.
Ah. So, but like going back to like, there are certain items, you know, that you can just like when you fucking hold on to, you know, is like good quality. I know this is gonna sound funny, but that's always when I buy power supply units, when I buy PSUs for computers, it's one of the only components that I actually want to buy in a store, because I like to actually hold them in my hand. I know that sounds weird, but because I feel like if it's a good heavy power supply, like there's gonna be quality there. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm that way, but like there are certain things that like when you grab a hold of, you're just like, okay, you know, this item right here is got some fucking quality to it. We are all dressed up. Sorry, we are all dressed up for the party. I did not I did not sleep very much last night. My own fault. I was watching Can I tell you guys how much I fucking love curling? Like seriously love curling. I mean, It's one of the best sports. You get it? One of the things you went to college for was learning how to build PCs. Very cool. Very cool. Like at the component level, like explain further. Explain further. That's what I, which by the way, is one of the reasons why almost all of my, EVG is why EVGA is like my go-to for graphics cards. Cause they're fucking so heavy. And it has nothing to do with any, really, and I mean, I've had really good, I was looking at my account the other day from EVGA, and I've had to RMA 2 cards over my time as a consumer with them, and like I could look at my account, and basically the email chains for both instances were me describing the problem, customer service saying, "We're sorry, we understand, we're sending you a new card." Not, "We're sorry, we understand, try XYZ." Not, "We're sorry, we understand, pull your card out, send it to us, and we'll send you a new card." No, it's, "Sorry you have a problem, we've put a new card in the mail, and if you don't send us your old card within X amount of days, we will charge you for the new card." That right there is top-notch fucking customer service. And that happened on two different GPUs. Now you could say, well, Des, the fact that you had 2 GPUs fail means that maybe EVGA isn't that good. Both of them were Founders Edition cards, right? Both of them were Founders Edition cards, so both of them, you know, like a Founders Edition, anything always has problems. I think EVGA they're gonna be, I will use their graphics cards until I stop building computers. I'm not saying that other companies aren't good. I'm not trying to get into that. I'm just saying my personal experience with EVGA is such a positive one that they're gonna have to give me a reason to no longer be loyal to them.
Years.
Is he your... well...
Oh, God, no. No, don't get me wrong. I'd pluck my eye out for him. But I wouldn't bet the lech if he were the last man in Nouvelle-France.
How do you know him?
Tous... Roussillon saved my life once, long ago. I figured I owed him, so I helped him expand his business. The old devil showed me a few tricks too. Taught me his trade, if you will. Of course, I do all the work.
I need to look up the voice actress for Elise, because she sounds like, you know, she literally sounds like the guy, the team at UB Montreal just walked out onto the street and like, we're like, "Hey, do you want to voice act?" I mean, this woman's French Canadian is fucking so good, dude. She sounds like the female version of my friend Marty.
If you make good on your word.
Fear not, senor. I was trained by...
I know only too well who your master was, Baptiste. Just remember where your loyalties lie.
I shall not fail you.
See that you don't.
You're so far out of the loop that you don't know what's good and what's not.
Stand ready.
You love your Omen
The time
HP.
of our
Yeah,
ritual
now
is
because you don't
now.
have to undo it to open this gate. Yeah, so I have two now NZXT cases. I bought the one for so I have to tell a little story about how my streaming PC was like my gaming PC, and then I was just gonna upgrade that. You know, I built that not too long ago, like 2019, I think, and then in 2021, I got sequestered at work and I made all this money, so I decided to build a new gaming PC. So the NZXT case that I bought for my now streaming PC was the one with like the integrated fan headers and like it was like, you know, all of the RGB. I mean, it was fucking dressed to the nines, right? What a great experience to build in that case. The channels, so in the cable management side of the case, that comes off with a push button. So you just push a button on the side, pops off, is beautiful. The tempered glass side has got one thumb screw. And then so the tempered glass side is one thumb screw, and then the cable management side is a one push button. The back side of the case has such good like pre-run cable trays in it that when I hooked everything up front, like, and I don't know how you guys build your stuff, but when I build my PCs, I put everything in the PC, and then I just have like this jungle of cable hanging out the back. Okay? I don't have no connections are made. The only stuff that's connected is like the power supply, because I almost always buy modular power supplies, unless I'm really on a tight, but unless I'm building something for someone else and their budget is really tight, I almost always make sure that I'll try to, you know, I mean, you can skimp like a few dollars here and there to make sure that you can at least get a semi-modular power supply, but I almost always get fully modular power supply. Anyway, I digress. Everything is like tailed out the back and nothing is connected, right? And then I will basically just grab bundles of wire that feel natural, and then I just kind of snake them around where they kind of feel like they would go, right? And I find that doing it that way keeps your cable management in the back a lot nicer, and obviously allows you to hide everything up front a lot nicer. So, with the NZXT cases, everything just was like, there was a tray for there was a pre-existing mount or tray or zip tie, like wrap area, there, like everywhere I wanted to put a cable. It was literally like the people who designed the fucking case actually built PCs for a living, right? Because there's a lot of cases that when you buy them, the fucking back end is like, who the fuck put this here? Like, who did this? Like, why would you put this here? You know what I mean? Like, infiltrate the ceremony site without being detected. Okay. I mean, we should just be able to kind of walk through, right? I don't really have a box. Okay, those guys didn't seem to... I know it takes them longer to look. It's unnerving. I mean, it's really cool, but unnerving at the same time that I'm, like, just walking through these guys without, like, you know...
Get back!
Oh, okay. Damn, alright. They do not want me to go that way. There's no... We'll go up there. Can we go up there? That's a big no. That's a big negatory there, Ghost Rider. What about through here? Can we get... Nope. Oh wait, can we climb up here? Nope. Well, Elise might not be able to climb up there. Is there boxes anywhere that we can grab? Oh, maybe if we walk, like, this way. fucking stutter, man. It's bad right now. You know, we played the whole stream the other day with not one iota of fucking stutter. Wonder if I can kill both of these fellas.
I'll show you a thing or two.
Okay, that wasn't how you do that mission. I mean, I know we could do this. Ow. No, get up there. No, where are you going? I didn't think we should do it this way. That's why I didn't try. I mean, why dress up if I'm just gonna assassinate people, you know? I mean, that all worked right there. Wonder what would happen. Oh, wait. Wait. I don't know what will happen if I do this. That was fun. That was fun. See now, because the problem is, I thought that Elise, she's not an assassin. She might be stuck up here. We may have a problem here, chat. Maybe if we get over here, it'll trigger a scene. Okay, good.
I'll approach from the far side and create a distraction. Wait for it before you move.
Oui, oui, mon capitaine.
Did she just throw a fucking rock at that guy? That was great. I fucking love you, Elise. Oh, that was fucking amazing. Uh-oh.
Ah, your blowpipe. A beautiful weapon. One of the finest I ever made. I remember the day that coward Agate stole it. Fitting he should remain too spineless to face me. But I have captured his pawn. Now he will be forced from hiding.
How do you know Agate?
So he is here, as I suspected. Agate was my disciple once, if not for that thieving woman.
Who are you really? The true Macandal burned at the stake.
I see. You know your history very well. François Macandal was my mentor and an assassin, but he failed. She betrayed us and he died. I won't make that mistake before I carry out his life's destiny. The poison fails. Swift, precise.
Ow.
My treacherous brother has trained her well, but she will not interfere with us.
Ow, fuck, dude. Fuck.
Finish her!
She's there!
Very nice. You were distracted. Were you distracted by all the love sack talk?
You myself.
That's all I want to know.
Ceremony will go on. You cannot
You
stop.
showed up, we started talking about love sack and cucumbers
I am
and...
done with you. I will destroy your mentor.
Wait, is he missing an arm? I'm about to fight a one-armed man. Ow. Okay. Shit, I can't do that. Stop it. Ow. Alright. Wow. Okay. She fucking got whacked. You did. Stupid children wanting to bite. Oh my god. Was it the, Okay, hang on a second. What if we use a smoke bomb? Constraints. Perform double assassination for the... Oh, okay. Alright, I can't... I mean, so far, everything that I try doesn't work. I mean, so that doesn't work. And then... Okay, hang on a second here. Smoke bombs, let's equip that. There we go. Fuck it. That's why we have smoke bombs. He definitely only had one arm.
By your hand, Agate betrays me one final time. Look at you where I know it well. The first time Agate betrayed me, it was for the woman, the thief. She wore one just like it.
Who was she? What was her name? What was her name?
Uh-oh. That fucking stutter, man.
Say what you will about
Here is something they did not want you to know.
isn't any worse than the Superior Council was.
Citizen E is near. Use Eagle Vision to find and kill him.
I don't miss
Here
the
is my
Superior
special
Council.
erudito cut.
In any case,
Huh.
I will help you uncover the truth.
Yeah, Elegant, I'm sorry. Run Animus recovery mode. Abstergo thinks it can stick entertainment. I hope they're wrong, so I've hacked the truth back in, but you're gonna have to work for it. It says Z could be anywhere. When you see one, chase it down, the truth will come out. If I have time, I may leave you some other clues too. Look for them. Oh.
The nobles of New Orleans shall perish by poison, and the slaves shall be avenged. My mentor's work will be complete.
And control of the river will fall to those who know what to do with it.
Then I will be inducted into the Templar Order.
As agreed, if you make good on your word.
Fear not, Signor. I was trained by...
I know only too well who your master was, Baptiste. Just remember where your loyalties lie.
I shall not fail you.
See that you don't.
My faithful acolytes, stand ready. The time of our ritual is now.
This is a... Yeah, it is, but... So... Alright, so how to explain this? So... Desmond... So the end... I'm going to do a long explanation, not a short one. When Desmond dies, right, at the end of Assassin's Creed 3... I mean... you don't get a choice. He sides with Juno, releases her. Abstergo then partners with a gaming company, which later we find out is Ubisoft, to create the Animus as video games. So right now, we, the player, are a player in this world playing this Animus video game, reliving the memories of Aveline. The game was just hacked by Erudito, and he showed us the same scene that we saw, but there were a couple of lines different. And one of them was the guy talking about joining the Templars. Up to this point, you don't have like a full grasp of that yet. So it was like a hacked. He said he was going to show you the truth. So I think that's part of. Yes. So I'm a player who's playing a player who plays the game. I'm just a dude, just as a dude playing another dude. Whatever. Like that's yes. That is exactly what's going on here. Bayou Fever. That sounds like I don't even know. I you know what? I'm not gonna, because I think it's racist to talk about that stuff. I don't think you're allowed to say those things anymore. So we're not gonna talk about any of those things. Bayou Fever. It sounds terrible. Wait till you have to explain. This makes me a player who's watching a player playing the game. That's exactly, dude. Be careful, because I'm not saying that, you know. I mean, your wife is probably an amazing human being. I mean, she's got to be, to put up with you. But you know, like there could be damage done. You know, like permanent damage done by trying to explain the finer details of Assassin's Creed lore. Oh, well, if that's the case, just let her watch, like, just turn on one of my VODs, dude. She'll be asleep in about fucking 2 minutes. Just fast forward through, like, any part, really. she could you could just subscribe to my YouTube channel, and she could, I mean, your whole family, dude. I mean, if your whole family's having trouble sleeping, you could just subscribe to play like one of my YouTube videos over the over like your house Alexa system. Oops, I said her name, and now she's gonna think that I'm actually talking to her. Oh, well, that's Hey, you been here for a while, bro? You think it's I mean, you would be the expert on the Geneva Convention, but yeah, if you want to, right? Like I'm saying, like if you do it, be careful, you know, and make sure that they like give them coffee. Oops, give them coffee before you do it, because I think just straight Des VOD would probably, you know, I mean it might kill them, and I don't want to do that. You know, your family seems very pleasant. Like I said, they have to, there's got to be something, they've got something going for them. They allow you to be in their lives. Did I express how much I liked this game over Assassin's Creed 3 at all yet? Because I really do like this game so much more than Assassin's Creed 3. Like, I would not have been upset if they would have taken Aveline's story and made this storyline the Assassin's Creed 3 storyline, and then the other stuff, the DLC. Or, yeah, like, the Founding Fathers crap. Alright, guys. We're gonna go after another alligator. Like, for instance, I want to do the extra stuff in this game. I didn't want to do the extra stuff in Assassin's Creed 3. And I think that's really all you need to know about how I feel about this game. Like, when we get the Black Flag, I'm going to want to do a lot of extra stuff in that game because I enjoyed that game a lot. And I'm going to want to play more of it than just, like, story plus a little bit of stuff. We're going to run up this tree here so we can assassinate this alligator. Because that's how you kill alligators. This is how you really do it. You stab it right in its butt. It's a little weird. Like, you would think that you stab it right in the butt. Alligator in the butt. The hunter and you just cringed. The Call of the Wild hunter? Or the actual hunter? I'm curious to know what Bayou Fever is. I'm curious but nervous. Let's see what it is. I got the Bayou Fever. Yeah. Making me so hot for you. That's it. That's We're climbing the charts right there. I wonder if we should dress up like an assassin. Let's dress up like an assassin again before we go get. I'm sorry, sir. Did you just moan while you were hiding around? You know what? Just let's not. You disgusting man. Well, actual hunter is a stress. You were hunting once, but yes, mostly they call the wild hunter. So hunting is something that people from my part of Pennsylvania, that's like a thing. Like you know, like you're supposed to grow up kind of doing it and loving it, and you know, and I mean I did. I wasn't that weird. I hunted a lot growing up. I hunted a lot in college. Although my college hunting, I would say I wouldn't really, it wasn't fair. So high school, you know, like, so where I'm from, and this will give you maybe, I don't know, maybe this will help with your, you know, like I know a lot of people always question like how like gun culture and stuff for Americans. Maybe this will help. When I was 12, I took a hunter safety class and started hunting, right? Out in the woods with a, I mean, I used a 410 shotgun, which is tiny. I mean, you're not like a 410 shotgun with a pumpkin ball, like, which is just a slug. To kill a deer with that is like, you know, I mean, I did, but to kill a deer with one of those things is not, you know, but like a normal hunting rifle would knock a 12-year-old on his ass, right? So I started shooting when I was 12, right? Like that's just the thing. That's just the thing that, you know, my family and my part of the country, we do. High school hunting, you know, from like 12 up to 18, that 6 years of hunting was always walk out into the woods for a couple out, like hike into the woods with like a little bit of food and some water, and like I drink coffee or hot chocolate, you know, for warm. And he sat somewhere in the fucking cold, and you know, you had pre-scouted and you hoped that a deer would walk by, and then you'd shoot it, and then you'd be happy. In college, much smarter about hunting. My friend, my roommate actually in college, his parents' property was a yard that looked like a rectangle. So it was long. So it was like this. Here. It's like this. Can you see that? So if we were sitting up here and this was the property, all of these sides here was an apple orchard. Okay, so we'd sit up here, and there were rifles just on sandbags, sighted in for down here. And in the evening, the deer would be here eating apples in the orchard, and they would walk across this yard. So we would sit up here, and we'd drink beers, and they had a motion light. So motion spotlight would come on, boop. We'd see all these deer. Everybody would grab a rifle and you didn't grab it. You just sat next to it. And then you'd say, I'm going to shoot this one. And someone would be, I'm going to shoot at this one. I'm going to shoot at this one. And then we'd all shoot at the same time. And most of the time, you know, 4 deer would just fall down. And then there were 4-wheelers. And we'd drive down there, and we'd grab the deer, and we'd drive them back. And then we'd field strip them and stuff like in their garage, which was like a meat processing, because they were like really big into hunting. So they were like, they had like meat processing place in their garage was like a meat processing place. So you just drag the deer to the meat processing place, and then my buddy's dad would process all the meat for us. And each member of his family had their own freezer that was full of venison. I mean, it was crazy. That year of college, I think, which was my junior year of college, I did not eat anything but venison for a year. And to think about that, a college Dez, a college-age Dez, right? Who played rugby, who was eating, you know, like 3,000 calories a day to maintain like body mass, right? Like I was a very in shape individual, and I only ate venison that whole year because we had so much meat. So we basically, what we would do is he lived outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So on Fridays after class, he and I would drive to Pittsburgh, which is like an hour and a half from where I went to college, stop at this beer store and get like a keg of Yingling Lager, which was a beer that you could only, at the time, you could only buy in Pennsylvania. And then we'd go to his house and we'd get enough meat to last us through the week until the following Friday. And then we would drive back. And that was what we did every Friday afternoon for that entire school year. Those were the times. That was the time, man. That was the life. Find the mushroom. This sounds like we're about to get into some trippy shit here.
Hoped you would return.
What is the matter with these poor souls?
It is an infection. They believe it is a curse.
They
but
got
in
the
truth,
Bayou
only a
fever.
medicine drawn from a rare fungi will save them.
How can I help?
The fungi is vexing to collect. Like the riddle says, dank or dangerous, high or low, where none dare tread, the fungi grow. And of late I lack agility, if not daring.
Say no more. I will find it for you.
I know of a place you may find some. Please hurry. You may need to cut more than once before you have enough.
I'd like to think. Oh boy. I'd like to think that I was at least aware enough to know that those were going to be maybe not the best times of my, you know, like the best times in a long time of my life, but I definitely was aware enough to know that they were, you know what I mean? We're gonna, oh God. There's millions of them. I mean, like college was definitely, I had probably too much, well, I mean, I had too much fun in college. Let's just put it that way. I have way too much fun in college. What I did not do was spend much time in school while I was in college. That's the problem. Come on, Aveline. We gotta get back to these poor souls.
Aveline, just in time. Please, can you help me give them the medicine?
No,
I'm afraid it may take a little force. With the fever, they are not of the right mind.
You are certain this will work? I am not in the habit of harming civilians.
Oh.
I am certain. And observe. Under the fever's influence, they are hardly civil.
Oh, I'd like to think she just punched him in the dick right there.
They will thank you. Later. One day. Please. There are many others who will need your help. If you can find more mushrooms, you will find no shortage of patients who need it.
Okay. So, it's funny that you say that because I actually just finished paying off my college debt like 3 years ago now. I think just 3 years ago. So, so the answer to your question is, while it was cheaper than what it is now. Oh fuck. Okay, this is awkward. You don't care? Wait. Wait, you mean I've been killing alligators and I haven't needed to? Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is lady, dude. Oh, oh, she just fucking. No, dude, I am. So, let me explain to you exactly how it doesn't need to get political at all. The truth of the matter is this, dude. I went to college for 4.5 years. I never finished a degree. I just fucking finished paying that shit off. And the day after I fucking paid that shit off, if they would have forgave all college debt for everybody and made college free, I would have been the happiest person on the fucking planet. My goddaughter right now is, she's looking at schools, but her choices are limited because, and I'm not going to say that she's going to go to a bad school. She's actually going to go to a very good school. She's going to be going to Penn State, which is a very good school. One of the, like they have multiple campuses. But she's going to that school because her mother works for Penn State University healthcare health system, and she'll be able to basically go there for free. So her choices are limited to Penn State because the family can't afford to send her anywhere else. I mean, they would, and I don't want to say like they can't afford, like they would make do. But to have the option to get out of college without being fucking $100,000 in debt or $200,000 in debt is like, if I had the choice of going to where I went to school or going to school, a school I didn't want to go to, but for free, I would have taken free. Yeah, that's the place, Elegon. That's the place. So, like, you know, and like, you know, we're saying, like, not being political, like there's three things that I'm like kind of always, and two of them are, it's funny because I think I'm really, when you look at news coming out of this country, I can only imagine what you're getting, right? Because you're not getting the typical American stuff. You're getting the fucking crazy fucking shit on both sides stuff, right? You're not getting you're not getting the top of the bell curve. You're getting the far left and far right of that curve, right? You're getting like the fucking 5% of fucking wackadoos that are out there stories, right? I would say, like, for me, three things. I want free healthcare, I want free education, And I want to own any fucking gun that I want. That's it. That's all I want as a citizen of this country. You know, I mean, it's more nuanced than that, because with free healthcare, free education, the way you get there is by taxing the people who deserve to be fucking taxed, right? Myself included. You know, like, so there's a lot of reform that goes into those three wishes. Obviously, it's not like, oh, it'd be easy to do. So that's it. But I think a lot of our country's fucking problems would be solved if that shit was like that, you know? I mean, there are a lot of other things that are wrong, obviously, but, you know, like housing is fucking way fucked, you know? I mean, just the fact that our banking system is profit driven. Like, I am the most anti-capitalist fucking person you'll probably ever meet. I despise capitalism, like in the form that it is in this country, right? Like, capitalism in the United States is evil, straight up fucking evil. And if you don't believe that, then you're part of the problem, quite honestly. Yeah, but see, the problem is free knowledge on the internet. You can go to 17 websites with one question and get 17 different answers. So, you know. The internet is a great tool, but it's also a great weapon, is the easiest way to explain that. I mean, you can look at the shit that's going on right now in the United States with old Joe Boy, you know, Rogan, that is. Like, don't care what side you're on, you know, but while we're talking about it, like, my opinion has been voiced multiple times on multiple Discords when it comes to COVID. I'm not a fan of mask mandates, and I don't think you should be required to get the vaccine. I think they should be personal choices. However, when you make those choices to not wear a mask or not be vaccinated, you're also making the choice to not go into the places that want you to wear a mask or want you to have a vaccine. If you don't want to do it, I'm fine. That's great. I don't care. That's fine. But by saying you don't want to do it, you're also saying you're not going to go into these places. So I have a problem with the people that want both, that don't want to do either, but still want to live life normal. You can't. There is no normal. But the problem is there's so much misinformation, and the internet propagates that misinformation. So that's why the internet is a weapon. But you have so much information that's out there that is free because the internet's a good tool. So, I mean, you can talk yourself in circles about education. You really can. Let's just put it this way. A lot of, in my personal anecdote opinion and personal observation, a lot of the people that fall for misinformation and fall for certain ideologies are people who do not have formal education. Or, I mean, there are a lot that are. I'm not saying that it's a mutually exclusive group, but it's education isn't. There's a good post about, like, education isn't just memorizing facts. Education is teaching people how to look at arguments and look at things objectively and then form their own opinion, not being told an opinion. That is the crux of education. And if you have a good education that taught you that, then you're a better person. If you had if your history teacher just made you memorize the date the Magna Carta was signed, that's not a good history teacher. If your history teacher made you memorize the date the Magna Carta was signed, what was in the Magna Carta and why the Magna Carta was an important document in the history of the human race, that's a good history teacher, and that's what should be taught. Exactly. That's exactly, Elegon. You being someone who, you don't have to take advantage of the education. You don't have to take advantage of the healthcare. That's one of the things that, like, if we had free healthcare, and I know that over in the UK, right? Like, there are people who are waiting months to go see someone for free, right? I mean, we've all heard about it. We've seen it, right? I've had discussions in Discord with people about it. How it takes months to get to see someone. If there was an option to pay like a head of the line privilege, people are still going to pay if they want to pay. It's the fact that by having free healthcare, if something goes wrong with you, you're not going to be fucking completely, and this is the story that I'll tell on this healthcare thing. Good friend of mine, I've talked about him in Grumble stream a couple of times. He's now ex-coworker of mine because I left that company. He got cancer, bad, fucking bone cancer. He had it in just like it was in bone cancer, big time, kidneys, lungs. I mean, he had it all. His body was riddled with cancer. He actually, the good news is he's actually made as much of a recovery as he's gonna make with it. Like, it's no longer, it will eventually kill him. We all know that, but it's not happening now. They've got rid of most of the bone cancer by doing and he was part of these like experimental techniques that they used in Maryland, where they opened him up and they washed, like they did like this cancer wash of his body cavity. It's like something that they've been trying. I've now know 2 people that have had it done and they've both survived like cancer that they shouldn't have survived. But before he got cancer, he built his dream home in West Virginia, right? He had been working his whole life. His wife has health problems. They had a nice house in Maryland. They sold that. They pulled together all their money and resources, and they built like their dream house, right? And actually, it was in Maryland, not West Virginia. They built their dream house. He got cancer. He had to fucking sell that house, dude. He had to sell that house, and now he's living in a mobile home because his to live cost him everything. It's fucking heartbreaking. I'm so glad my friend is alive, but it fucking breaks my heart to know that he lives in a mobile home when he owned his dream house. And that's why it needs a change. You know, that right there is why it needs a change. It's fucking devastating. You know? Yo, I'm not saying that you're not, Poro, and that's part of the, but see, and that's the difference, right? Because yourself, myself, Elegon, we can have discussions about these topics without them being heated and without shutting down and closing off the other side, because we know how to have the conversation. That's the problem. And that's why things are the way they are, right? People don't know how to have these conversations because they get visceral. And why do you get visceral about topics? You get visceral about things that you don't fully understand or know. So you just default to your information, right? You're not willing to accept other information, to compromise. Compromise comes through education. It really does. Which is why I think our fucking Congress doesn't compromise, because I think they're all a dumb bunch of fucking idiots. I mean, there are some fucking big time idiots in the fucking US fucking government, dude. But on both sides of that fucking aisle. But like I mean, you know, they've done study, and I unfortunately I can't just recall the information, but I know, like, I saw like a TV interview or like a study that basically when Obamacare, this is very fucking like infamous phrasing in the United States. When Obamacare was passed, all these people were so up against it and they fucking hated it and blah, blah, blah. And you're just going to give illegals health care and all this bullshit, right? So then they just removed the word Obamacare, and then they presented the same information to the same individual, and they were like, oh yeah, I'd vote for that. That sounds great. But because the information was twisted so much, it became something that they fucking completely despised, but had no idea that it was actually extremely helpful for them. Like, that blows my mind, right? Having two parties doesn't really help either. It's hard to find. Yeah. I mean, I think I have a, with the two party system, I mean, because because I am a registered Democrat, but I've actually voted for the libertarian candidate the past two elections. I didn't vote for Clinton and I didn't vote for Biden. Because I just didn't like either one of them. I didn't really like the libertarian one that much either. And because, I mean, I just didn't, but I really didn't like the other one, right? So, like, I was literally voting for me was very difficult because I couldn't just watch a debate, right? And I think that's the problem, is that people, whether they don't have time, don't have energy, or like what Poro getting at, like, the internet is hard to glean out the all of the flack, right? Like, it's hard to just get information. People don't research their candidates much anymore, right? They just don't. So for someone like me, who I want to make a good informed decision about voting, I know I'm an outlier because most people don't do that. Most people are going to sit down, they're going to watch whatever news channel they like, whether it be Fox, whether it be CNN, MSNBC, C-SPAN. They're going to watch whatever news channel they like. They're going to watch whatever reporter they like, and then they're going to vote based on that. Or worse, they're going to be like, oh, well, this celebrity has tweeted all this information about this candidate, and I like that celebrity, and I like what they're tweeting about this person, so I'm going to vote for them. You call that the choice between pestilence and exactly. It was literally like, I wasn't voting, but I said this before the Hillary Trump election, was that 2016. I knew that Clinton could beat Bernie, but I knew she wouldn't beat Trump. I thought that Bernie could have beat Trump, but he wasn't going to beat Clinton. I really didn't like Hillary either. Because she's got that career politician, like, swagger about her, you know. But I liked her more than what we got, you know, and I would have. And to be fair, if, say, she did get elected and she was up for re-election this past election, if I felt that she was doing a good job, I would have voted for her, right? Like, it's so complicated. But, I mean, at the end of the day, man, free education. That's why I loathe, and I don't know if this community does it. I haven't looked into it yet. But in the community I just came from, the college, you could attend any class at the local community college for non-credits for like $50. So, I mean, it's not free, but, you know, I mean, like, and I think they had a lot of waivers in that. Like, if you were doing like non-credit, if you were a veteran, it was free. If you were over the age of like 60, it was free. You know what I mean? Like, you could take a lot of non-credit classes, which were just their credit classes. You just didn't get credits for them, and not pay for them if you met like, and there were a lot. Like, if you were, I think they even, like, if you were a high school student and it was during the summer and you were taking like science classes or like, you know what I mean? Like, there were a lot of things. It's funny because as gamers, we know that regardless of a game, if it's a strategy game, school and research is always the key to win. We should vote for more gamers. We should. I was talking about this last stream, where I was talking about how I want to talk to this guy because he's going to spill the dish. He's going to dish more on this amulet that's now hidden. But I talked about how gamers still have, like, there's like still this negative connotation about gamers, because I'm on a number of dating apps, right? Because I'm fucking loser and just moved to a new area and I need to find someone that would like me, which has not been going well. But anyway, I put gamer in some of them, but I think I'm going to delete it because when you read, it's funny because when you read profiles, it's socially acceptable for someone to sit down and say that on a Saturday, they spent 10 hours binge watching insert TV program here. But if you say on a Saturday you spent 10 hours playing Assassin's Creed, you're a fucking loser. Like, I don't understand how that, because gaming, and it's not that I don't understand, well, I guess I don't, but gaming is such a huge industry now. It's such a popular thing to do that it still has like this overall, like, so negative, like, you're just a really fat dude living in your mom's basement still connotation. And maybe it's because as gamers, we still call ourselves that, right? Like, you know, like, oh, you fucking try hard, or like we're very like, we fucking eat ourselves, right? We fucking eat our young. The gaming community is not a hospitable place in some areas. I think you're right, Alagon. It probably is too late for us, but you know, pretty soon it is going to be, I think pretty soon it will be that, well, what did you do on Saturday? Oh, I spent 10 hours watching Game of Thrones. And people are going to be like, oh, what the fuck? Be like, well, what did you do? And be like, oh, I spent 10 hours, you know, playing RimWorld on Saturday. But by playing 10 hours of RimWorld, you fucking used your brain for 10 hours. You know what I mean? Like, you had to make decisions that whole time. Like, I get it when people, after they play like a really hard, intense decision-making game, that they're fucking tired, right? Like, one of the reasons why I game as hard as what I do is I honestly, and I like, fuck, I don't give a shit. I'm sure there are studies out there. It makes me better at my job, right? My job, I have to make correct decisions within a fucking heartbeat, right? And at the end of the day, if I make the wrong decision, someone could die. when it comes down, when I boil my job down to the fucking basics of it, if I click the wrong button and close the wrong breaker or switch, a human being could fucking die. That's my job, right? By playing video games, I keep my brain engaged in making quick, accurate decisions constantly. I keep that part of my mind sharp. So when I encounter something where I have to make a very quick decision based on little to no information and have that decision be correct so someone doesn't die, video games help me make that decision. Watching fucking 8 hours of Seinfeld on a Saturday would not. Show them the TED Talk from Jane McGonigal. It explains everything, why gamers are the big hope for a future. I'll have to watch that myself. If you could toss a link somewhere, send me a link. I'd like to. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I might have and not known it. You know what I mean? But to me, I would much rather, if I, and it's not just because I'm a gamer myself, but when I go into a room full of people, the most interesting people in that fucking room are going to be the people who game, because they have so many different fucking experiences. You could talk to somebody about, the two of you could have played the exact same game, but you've played it so differently that it's almost like you're not talking about the same game. That's why fucking gaming is amazing. I don't give a fuck about your opinion on Daenerys Stormborn.
Agathe,
Thanks,
I have
Elgato. I
done
appreciate
as
it.
you asked. The imposter is dead. He was working with De Ferrer.
What else have you learned?
Only
You're a liar.
that he would have forced you out of hiding.
Let us be thankful it did not come to that. If it had, our brotherhood... Well, let us not dwell. You have destroyed the hornet's nest in the bayou. At least for now. De Ferrer will have his day.
I wonder why she didn't, like... What's she afraid of? Why didn't you... The revelation that Agathe knew her mother Janine, a fact he chose to keep from her, strained the relationship between mentor and mentee. Okay, there we go. So... maybe she's just pissed. With De Ferrer back in New Orleans, Aveline redoubles her efforts to protect its citizens. So maybe that's it. Maybe she was just like, fuck off. 3 years pass, the French colony is transferred to Spanish rule. Business prospers until colonists rebel. You get it right, because you got to remember, this is kind of very important to remember that this game is taking place at the same time as Assassin's Creed 3 main story, so the United States isn't, we're not a thing yet. She does. She does. There's unless they were meant to be, there's not an unattractive woman in the Game of Thrones show unless she was meant to be. None of them are unattractive. All of them are attractive. But I will definitely say, for the record, that the fucking book's so much better. And you're doing yourself a disservice. Unfortunately now, and I don't know how, if this is how you guys are, but for me, I don't think now, if I had never read the books, saw the show, and then wanted to read the books, I wouldn't be able to get the picture of the people that played the characters out of my head. Even though the author explained the characters looking completely different, right? Like, Tyrion, there's only the fact that Tyrion is a little person is the only thing that is common between the book and the show, right? Like, I couldn't get that image of Dinklage out of my head if I had seen the show first. If that makes sense. The stutter is real here. When I close the stream today, I'm gonna fucking try to unfuck what is going on here. Interrogate the drunk captain to find out what he knows. That's normal. Try it with Lord of the Rings. It's impossible to not yeah. See, and that's so confession. So growing up, I never read Lord of the Rings, any of them. Never read them. The books that I read growing up were the Chronicles of Narnia. I read those books. In like that age where you would be reading that stuff, I read. I had like, it was weird. I think when it came to books, I took a leap. I took a crazy leap. I was reading like Chronicles of Narnia and like those type of to fucking All Quiet on the Western Front, right? Like my dad loved All Quiet on the Western Front, and I read that book when like I was way too young to really understand it. And then I think at that time I hit like this. I read a lot of like nonfiction for a real long time. It wasn't until I was in the Navy that I actually started to read fiction. I read nonfiction for ever. I mean, I was reading like I read Aristotle like before bed. Like that's what I would read. I would read like his books or like Nietzsche or like Plato. I mean, I was reading like those things. Biography. I read a lot of biographies, and stuff like that. I didn't read a lot of, like I said, like fiction. And then when I was in the Navy, like that's really all that was around. So I started reading a lot of fiction then. But I never, like, Lord of the Rings was something that I would have been right down my alley. Like I love books like that, but I never got around to reading them. You read It by Stephen King because of your dad and 30. Yeah, dude. You know what I just bought? And now I already read all of the books. But I had a spot in my entertainment center that was open and I wanted to put books in there. Actually, I have books on, like, the left-hand side of my entertainment center is like my, like, I'm not like just a pop culture fucking like nerd side of my entertainment center. So there's books and like a candle and like cigars and, you know, it's like stuff that like if you brought a date over and she looked at that, she'd be like, oh, he's well read. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's nice. And then the other side, a bowl with potpourri. Exactly. Right. But the other side has got like the Mjolnir that I 3D printed, fucking my Darth Vader doll, my fucking $300 lightsaber, right? Like a stuffed Godzilla. Like that's the right-hand side of my entertainment center. Like that's like the nerd side. But one of the book side, there was a spot where I had like a section of books that I ran out of books that I wanted to put up there, right? So I bought the Dark Tower series, like all of the books, just to put in that spot. It fits perfectly, by the way. But that series, if you're a Stephen King fan, the Dark Tower series is so good. It's so good. Like, you need to read the Dark Tower series. Especially if you've read a lot of Stephen King. because the Dark Tower series is the glue that holds all of Stephen King's works together, right? He makes so many references to other books. There are characters of other books in the Dark Tower series. Stephen King is in the fucking Dark Tower series, right? Like, you need to read the Dark Tower series. It is a great set of books. All of the books ranking, you know, there are some better than others. Hi, Pause. How you doing? Obviously, in a series, you're going to have books that you like better than others, for sure. But all of the books are fucking good, dude. Roland is an amazing character. There are four characters, main, three really, four, all right, so five, really. So you got Roland, Eddie, Susanna. There's this fucking dog named Oi. A dog thing named Oi. And Jake. All of these fucking characters have an important role to play, and their interaction with each other is it's good. It's good. It's going really good, Pause. We are discussing now. We've covered a lot of topics today and haven't played a lot of game today. Today we've talked about why I hate the electrical layout of my house. We've talked about why I hate PC gaming. We've talked about taxes, free education, free healthcare, gun control, briefly touched on it, and now we've moved on to books. So please, welcome to the, hang on, let's use this word because it was used in chat. Welcome to the potpourri of topics today. All that's missing is religion, and then we're through. I will never discuss. I'm a product. All right, look, so here, it'll be quick. Baptist Catholic. That's what my family, one Baptist, Methodist. No, one Methodist, one Catholic. So what that means for me is that there is no religion. There is an entity. I believe in a higher form. I'm spiritual, not religious. That's the way to say it. I'm spiritual, not religious. That's where we go. A lot of my personal beliefs really, and we talked about how I read a lot of Aristotle. A lot of my personal beliefs come from Aristotelian philosophies, right? I think Aristotle is probably one of the most amazing minds in the history of mankind. Inheritance cycle. I'll look it up. If you want a good sci-fi series, I'm just gonna plug it right now. Not that he would ever. There are two. John Scalzi, The Last Emperor series, 3 books, quick reads, great story. John Scalzi is great. If you end up liking John Scalzi, he's the guy that wrote Old Man's War. Old Man's War, fucking phenomenal book. Old Man's War is basically about, at the age of I think it's I can't remember, 65. It's been a while since I read the book. 65, 75, whatever. You can join the Space Marines. Is an easy way to say it without giving it. And they basically give you a new body. And then because the theory is you use all of your life's experiences to be a soldier. And it kind of goes from there. I don't want to say too much about it. That's the premise. I think he wrote 5 books in that series. Last Emperor, 3 books. Really good. I will. I'll post in Discord. The Last Emperor, John Scalzi, amazing. Think of like, it's got a good like, it's a lot of like political intrigue. What I love about John Scalzi, my favorite science fiction isn't like super nerdy over the top like sciencey science fiction. My favorite science fiction is a good story in a space sciencey setting. But you could take that story and tell it in like an old Western novel or a modern times novel or a young teen novel, right? Like you could take like the story itself and tell it in any setting and it'll be good, but it happens to be in science fiction. And John Scalzi in The Last Emperor nails that vibe.
Señorita.
Bonsoir. I'm a friend of Captain Dominguez. Is he on board?
At this hour, El Capitan is at the tavern. Where else?
Thank you.
So, Last Emperor's got a lot of like, I got a good Dune feeling from The Last Emperor. And I mean, I don't think I need to talk about how much I loved Dune. I think Dune is great. Dune's a great series. Well, the main books, the Frank Herbert books. I think what his son has done to Dune is an abomination. Which is funny because they talk about abominations in Dune quite a bit. But, yeah. What happened to Dune is a crime. At the tavern. Is it an indoor tavern or an outdoor tavern? Let's get our waggle on. Oh, I wonder if that's him. Yeah. The big glowy guy. But back to the first book of the Dark Tower series, The Gunslinger, is fucking good. Is really good. As the books go on and you get more invested in a story, it's harder to put down. And then like you get to book 4. It's called The Wizard in Glass. And you're just like, what the fuck am I reading? This is amazing, right? So good. Highly recommended. It'll take you a while. I think it took me, I mean, it's Stephen King. Like, and the books were written over the course of like a long time. They like, he wanted to write like a fantasy series. So the books are written like throughout his career as a writer, and you can see that change. Like you can see like his overall style never really changes because Stephen King, but you can see how he develops as a writer throughout the books. It's actually really, like I said, if you're a big Stephen King fan, highly recommend the books. The Dark Tower series. Very good. I will always thank my last girlfriend for telling me about him, because I didn't fucking know about him. Because when you think Stephen King, you think horror, right? I mean, obviously. The Dark Tower is not horror. That series is like, it's fantasy. That series is a fantasy series. It is completely different than anything that he normally writes.
Farewell and adieu to your fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to your ladies of Spain. Spain is the only thing I am. I am Carlos
Capitan,
Dominguez.
we meet again.
Do we? All
Do we?
3 of you look familiar. but you're all welcome back to my cabin. I've manhood for...
I don't think...
Or we can consort right here!
Nice.
What do you know about Rafael Joaquin de Ferrer?
I'm afraid he's not invited.
What's your business with him?
He pays for transport to and from New Orleans. That's all I do. Transport
Just,
the things and
very
get
good.
paid. Things, paid. Transport, paid. Back and forth and back.
What is he doing? Why New Orleans?
I do not know. Senor de Ferrer is a very secretive man.
Thank you for your time, Capitan.
I fucking love that guy. That is totally me. Charmed gentleman to win jewels is a lady? What? I wonder. I think I have to keep charming him or he stops following me. I'm trying to. I've like if I. Oh, yep, that's exactly it. Oh shit! She keeps leading him. Like, come on. This is so wrong. I'm surprised he's not like walking with me, you know? Like, you should walk beside me. So I can charm you a second time. I did already charm you a second time. I will charm you for a third time. Give me gems. What if I charm two? Can I charm two guys? Oh! I just told that guy to fuck off, basically. Haha. So, and that is... I think that's... So, Elegon, like having read a lot of Stephen King, I think you'll appreciate it more than even what I did. Because I didn't read a lot of Stephen King before those books, right? I read The Stand. I read Salem's Lot. And I read It. That's it. Oh, and Cujo. That's it. I only read 4 Stephen King books. So, thankfully, The Stand. So I will preface this, and this is not spoilery, but I said, so the dark, like he uses the Dark Tower as like a glue for all of his, because as you know, reading his books, they're all like, they all take place in New England. They all are like certain towns. Like there's common themes running throughout his books. The Dark Tower blends that all together. 2 books that are kind of must reads before you read the Dark Tower series are The Stand and Salem's Lot. Yeah, no menage a trois. No, and this would be the perfect town for it too. I'm sure a menage a trois or 2 or deux have happened in New Orleans. I mean, it's getting to that time. Like, when is, matter of fact, let me just see something here real quick. When does it start? It's got, I know it's around now. March 1st. It starts. Mardi Gras. I knew Mardi Gras was coming up. March 1st. Couple weeks. If you like murder mysteries, look into the Cat Who books. So, the books that I've been reading lately and I'm not ashamed, have been Star Wars books. That's Star Wars books. The Thrawn trilogy, the new Thrawn trilogy, written by the same guy who wrote the old Thrawn trilogy, but Disney was like, no, we don't like those, so you have to rewrite them. So the new Thrawn trilogy, written by Timothy Zahn, great books. Not only are the books good, but I also would highly recommend, if you're into audiobooks at all, Star Wars audiobooks are good, because what they do is, if there's like a lightsaber fight, they put like lightsaber sounds in the while the person's reading. Like if they're in a ship, you hear like ship sounds. You know what I mean? Like it's not like sound of like they just add sound to it. Edwina, hi. How are you? Books are like porn, whatever. Yes, I agree. Books, that's what's great about books, man, is you can read anything. As long as you're reading, right? Like that's the thing. You know, really what it comes down to it, right? Like reading. Doesn't matter what you're reading as long as you're doing it, type of thing. Doesn't matter what porn you watch as long as you're watching porn. That's all. Don't matter what porn you're watching, just watch it. Doesn't matter what book you read, just read it. But yeah, so those were the last audiobooks that I actually listened to were Star Wars. Very good. Very, very good. I actually enjoyed them very much. It's like candy for your brain. Inheritance Cycle audiobooks are fantastic. Cool. I also, there for a while, I think if you look at my like Audible book list, almost every book for like, I don't know, about a year that I got on Audible and listened to was read by Will Wheaton. Because I think he's fucking amazing as an Audible reader. I think he actually did the Last Emperor books. He's just got a great voice. And he does a lot of sci-fi.
Aveline,
Oh, Edwina,
turnabout
you're
as
just subbing
always.
for the falling downstairs
But home to
emote.
rest now, Papa.
Monsieur Blanc
Thanks.
tells me you do a great
My
service to
sound
my
did
business.
not play through.
To our business.
But
For it will be your husband someday.
Oh, Papa.
I'm
You know I
so
should sooner
glad
mind my own business than marry.
As stubborn
love
as your
the
mother,
emote.
Jeanne. If only she could see you now.
But she can't.
No. But perhaps you are old enough now.
uh-oh. Are we going to
It's
get
not
down
much.
to the truth?
One page. But it is from her diary. You should have it.
Mama. Thank you, Papa.
Take the diary page. Oh, well, you gave it to us. What? I mean, look. There are really good emotes on Twitch. There are a lot of really, really good emotes on Twitch. I can't think of a single emote that's as self-deprecating as my me falling down the stairs emote. There's not a single streamer on Twitch that's got the gumption to have an emote of their failure, of their IRL failure. They might put, like, you see, all the time, like, the video montages of them, like, dying in games and stuff, or like, like doing something dumb, Like, you can't hide that, right? That happened on your stream. Someone's gonna clip it. There's no one falling down their steps on Twitch except for me. I'm gonna go that far. I'm gonna go that far right now. Which, mind you, yesterday, Thor fucking bit it big time. Fucking trying to run up the steps yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? Oh my god, dude. Like, full fucking bore. Like, he was like trying to run up the steps and his fucking back fucking paws did catch and his front paws slipped. So he was basically like his front paws were back and his back paws were out. Like, he was like, and he just like chest first right into like, and then he slid down like 4 steps and then like gathered himself and like walked up them. If he would have triggered the camera, there would have been a video of fucking Thor eating ass on the way up the steps the other day. But he's not big enough. So, mind you, that my security camera only picks up big fat ass dudes. Thor wasn't big enough to be caught on my security camera. There's no video proof. Well, it's good, pause. I mean, I hope that one day you too can get a video of yourself falling down the stairs that you could turn into a Twitch emote. I like the... Oh, I thought that was a painting, but it's not. I'd put a painting there. This seems like a painting would go there very nicely, doesn't it? I like this room. I'm looking for ideas for like my house, you know? Like, I thought about going, is red walls... Let me ask you guys. I really want red walls and like a gray carpet. Is that normal? Is that normal? Is that like a thing? Like, could you do like red walls and like, I mean, I know red and gray go together. That I would never question. Gray goes with everything. That's why gray is the greatest color ever. Gray goes with everything. But like, you see like this red walls with like white trim and then like gray carpet? Like, you have no... See, that's the thing. I'm a fucking dude, and I'm like, you don't understand how much I just want to go, because I've shown a bunch of people pictures of my guest room now. Oh, and I got the frame put up today. Looks good, right? Like, my guest room actually, like, but everyone has been like, oh, those are really good colors. Did you pick them out yourself? The answer to that question is yes, I did. I fucking most certainly did pick out the colors of my guest room myself. But what I'm afraid of is that I did one room good. I don't know if I have enough creativity to do 2 other rooms, right? Now this room, I think this room, the room that I'm in right now, the stream room, this room is going to be fucking white, right? Like, it's going to be white. And the carpet is going to be some, like this room is definitely just going to have white walls. Because this room, one, I got the fucking green screen, right? So, who gives a shit what's behind me? Matter of fact, you can see... Fucking, damn it. You guys let me go the whole stream without telling me that my fucking... that you could see the corner. Red walls give strong brothel vibes. Oof. And welcome, candidate. So maybe I shouldn't put red walls in my bedroom then. See, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I have enough creativity to do 2 other rooms, right? Because my workshop is also going to be white. because it's a fucking workshop, right? Like, who gives a shit, right? Like, when you walk into the workshop, you're not going to be like, oh, I like the colors in here. You're going to be like, holy fuck, he's got a 3D printer. Holy fuck, he's got a resin printer. Oh my God, he's got all of his knife sharpening stuff. Oh, look at all those power tools. Oh, look at this soldering table that he's got set up. Like, that's what you're going to look at in the workshop. You're not going to look at the fucking walls, right? Same thing with this room. I got the green screen that sometimes I don't have properly positioned so you can see around it. But for the most part, unless I'm feeling lazy, you're not going to see this room anymore. Only I'm going to see this room. So I don't give a fuck if it's white. And, you know, if by some miracle somebody does come into my life, she's probably not going to care either. She probably will want to forget this room even exists to realize that I spent so much time in it. But, I mean, bedroom's kind of important. And then I got 2 bathrooms, too. You can't help. You choose 0 of the colors. Who chose your colors, Edwina? Who chose your colors? Maybe I could just, like, Manimal. Does Manimal want to have a video date with me? I could walk Manimal around my house, and I could ask him what he thinks good colors options would be. I'm Animal. That's how I would do it too. Walk around like this the whole time. Also, changing curtains need to be a thing again. I mean, these are great, you know. And then you had the old movies where the guy would be on the other side of the changing curtain. I'm pointing, right? The guy would be on the other side of the changing curtain, and the girl would be like changing, and she'd throw her undergarments over the top, right? So they'd be hung there, and then you'd always get that scene where the guy would be like, right? Go get those little tester pot things and take a photo and Photoshop the walls. I thought about doing that. I thought about going into, what's that game? House Flipper. Because I do own House Flipper. Thought about going into House Flipper and doing it that way. Because I suffered the same problem in House Flipper. See, but that's the thing. In House Flipper, I'd be more willing to take risks that I don't know if I think what it comes down to, chat, is I'm kind of a traditionalist. And maybe, I think that's a nice way of saying boring. I mean, let's be real. The bedroom that I just painted, the fucking colors are stormy blue, which is like a bluish gray, white trim, and I'm putting in gray carpet. But I want to put gray carpet in my whole house. There's a method. There's a reason for that. If you realize, both of my dogs are gray. They have a lot of gray coloring. And the gray, like, their fur doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. You know, like I had cream coloring in my apartment, and you could just see when they would when their fucking hair would be on it, right? And it would drive me crazy. It would make me want to vacuum every day. But vacuuming every day is kind of fucking OCD. Not OCD, it's kind of no, it's like, it's weird. I think vacuuming every day, you probably don't need to do it. Full disclosure, I probably should vacuum every day. I should at a minimum run my Roomba every day. I mean, it's a fucking Roomba. Like, it's a Roomba. It runs itself. I just fucking push a button. But I think the problem is my Roomba fucking likes to go places it shouldn't go, and then it gets stuck. Roombas kind of suck. You know which ones are good, though? There are the Roombas that you can actually make the path. You sit that, like, you lay out the room. I think you do like a scanning of the room. Do it in Blender. You drop me in. Thank you. See, this is why I stream. Yeah, if you guys help me. Like, I like this room too. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of wainscoting, which is, I mean, this isn't quite like wainscoting. I mean, it really is. Like the and wainscoting with the chair rail that they have here. I'm a big fan of that. My kitchen, actually, right now, my kitchen has wainscoting in it. And I'm actually not gonna redo my kitchen. I'm a big fan of the wainscoting. My mom had it in her house. They've since taken it out, but I like the wainscoting. Halfway up the wall. I love how we've been streaming for 2.5 hours, and I think I've played like 30 minutes of this game. Uh-oh.
Papa, you surprised me.
I dared not interrupt. Your music is breathtaking. I dare say you could stop a man's heart.
You flatter me too much, Papa. The credit belongs to my teacher. I am but an instrument of his will.
How blessed we are with a daughter who uses her talents in peace, not to riot in the streets of New Orleans. There is so much unrest since the arrival of the Spanish. Well, I don't want to keep you from your practice. I simply came with a message from Monsieur Blanc. At your leisure, he requests your assistance at the warehouse. Do take care when you go. The streets are not safe for a lady.
No need to worry, Papa.
I will try to restrain myself.
I will dress it as
I
an
know
assassin.
Your charm and grace will protect you like armor.
And I'll kill all of them. Thor keeps he keeps sticking his nose on my leg. Like he just keeps. It's just like every once in a while I get this like slimy, wet dog nose. That it wasn't as bad in the bayou, but I could see, can you guys see how bad it is? I don't think it's as bad for you guys.
Oh, bonjour.
That might be what's going on. It could be, like, cause I don't see the stutter that bad on the stream. I'm just looking at like the 2 spots.
Torturers! Kidnappers!
We demand answers!
Unwashed scabs! Go back to your swamps! How many more will disappear?
Pause. Is that
Get
in?
back! Or I'll give you a reason to protest!
Are those books? Are they science fiction? Are they? I love. I love how I'm like this, dressed in this like fancy dress, and I just
Enough!
beat the
man
fuck
is
out of
down.
these guys.
Don't abuse what little power you have.
All right, let me go!
Now, what's this all about?
People have been turning up missing. Or not turning up, rather. That's why we...
But you have proof the Spanish are behind it?
Kidnappings have increased since they got here.
Increased?
Life was never easy. Now, it's worse.
Rioting will only worsen your plight. You need evidence.
And how are we going to get that?
I don't know. Yet.
Some help you are.
Some help you are. I just beat up like all these dudes. Ambient missions are available to play in New Orleans. I wonder if I should change. Does it matter? What I'll do is after the stream, I might restart the gaming PC. Yeah, see, she can't free run in any of this stuff. In this getup. And I don't think I can. Uh-oh, what the fuck? Oh! The fucking... She boxed his ears, dude. My God. If I wanted to have children... If I wanted to have children, and then I had a daughter, I would want her to be Aveline. Who is this guy? I think we're gonna change. I want to be dressed as an assassin, I think. I can't change. Well, how the fuck do I get in there then? Or maybe I could only change... Oh, maybe the slave was available? I need to go down and take a right. See, but I can't get in there. Oh. Never mind. Is it... high fantasy novels. Okay. So it's 5 books.
Eh bien, quelle jolie robe avons-nous là?
Can I pickpocket this guy?
Mes salutations.
I thought it was going to be all complicated to get through the guard post, and I just walked through it. I thought I had to jump over it or something. It's 4 books. Yeah, not 5, 4. I math good. Leave me alone. I know my words. I know my words, pause. I do. I know them. He's gonna be dead. He's gonna be dead. Any takers that he's gonna be dead? Anybody? He's not gonna be dead. Zeke said I recommend it.
Ah, Aveline. Good day. I have a surprise for you.
Uh-oh. It's a
What
knife.
What do you think? To the unknowing eye, an unassuming warehouse. But to our brotherhood, your new headquarters. Agate takes his office in the swamp, but we thought you might prefer this for your business dealings. From this desk you can manage, or better still, expand your family's trading empire.
Oh, great. Great. What is that? Is that the Kraken? Port unlocked. New Orleans. Move the cursor and press the A button to select it. When New Orleans is selected, choose the ship Jupiter by pressing the A button. Buy cotton to load the ship using the buy. Oh God. Then the ship button. Oh, okay. I'll send the ship mode. Move the cursor over Havana and press A to send the ship. Hurricane 10%. You got a 10% chance. When the ship and the goods will be sold, and press the B button. So I should make.
This room is all yours. And all of your guises are kept here.
I'll see.
Over here, you have a private place to change your guise.
That's what. See, that's what I'm talking about. Look how cool that looks.
And most importantly, your weapons and tools will be kept here.
Wait, so I've just been playing.
Your liking, then.
It's perfect.
In that case, I will leave you a quiet moment to familiarize yourself with everything.
Why is this picture crooked? Chat, why is the picture crooked? The fuck? It's like they... Why? Why? God, I can't even look at it. Can we walk out without having to look at the... What's this? This is just a... Don't look at it. What are you doing?
Aveen, I've concocted a special instrument for you.
An umbrella.
Parasol? I suppose I should thank you, but...
Allow me to demonstrate. See? Elegant and deadly.
Nice.
Just like my lady.
Monsieur Blanc, you do know me so well.
Ah, right. So, business. Do you recall our rival, Monsieur Boucher, who was twice caught watering his wine?
Up to his old tricks again?
Now he claims our coffee erodes the nerves. He has erected a stall in the market by the docks and distributes handbills to that effect. Sales are impacted, and we have enough trouble keeping money in the company as it is.
Say no more. I'll see to it that he ceases his slander.
Use your fist to... Oh, I was like, wait. So I'm going to kill this guy because he's slandering my coffee. This is how Starbucks got their start. Right here. Aveline, a.k.a. Starbucks. Founder of Starbucks. What's with all those elegant and deadly? Yes, elegant and deadly for sure. My mother just texted me. I sent her pictures of the room, and she said maybe I should hire you to do my house. There's
Bonjour, très cher.
Bonjour. What's it? What are you? Oh my God! What are you running from?
Oh, bonjour.
What are you running from, dude? Who is this guy? Get out of here, punk. Where am I going? Oh, shit. Oh, I see now, said the blind man. Oh, fuck! Dude. I fucking love Eveline. I really fucking do. She is a fucking badass. I want to be just like her. You have to get some sleep. Have fun. Yeah, man. Have a good night, Elegon. I'll catch you on the next one. Oh, I don't have any money. That's a 0. Holy moly. Naval axe. Yeah, I don't have enough money. Look at that fucking thing, man. But I should make a $4,000 profit when my cotton comes back. Unless I lose it all in the hurricane, which would be so me. Elegon and deadly.
Follow me.
Right when he leaves, we get a mission. Right up his alley. I like how... Oh, that guy is still over there fucking knocked out. I like how the people you have to follow fast walk.
The Grand Prix coffee produces hives about the face and causes fit men to walk with a limp. Avoid the primitive muck water. Drink fine East India tea, the elixir of gentlemen.
What's the meaning of this?
I don't know, ma'am. They pay me to say what I'm told. I can't even read, I swear.
Where is your employer?
At his warehouse, no doubt. Please don't hurt me.
Why? Oh. Okay, I was like, why are there... What the f... She's fucking piecing the fuck out. I was like, why are there 2 green dots? But, never mind. Oh. Cargo sold for... Wait a second. I just got fleeced. I didn't make a profit. I got fleeced. Didn't I have like 12K? Oh, so what I was saying before Aveline bashed that dude's body into a fence and made me fucking lose my shit. But the two, when I turn those corners, that's an eyewitness. If I kill the eyewitness, then the lady's notoriety goes down. Lady Aveline.
Wherever she is, should be very careful.
Bonjour!
Eh bien, quelle jolie robe avons-nous là?
Oh, she's got to reload it. That's so cool.
Don't kill me! What do you want?
Stop slandering the Grand Prix's reputation. Close your deceptive booth, clean the market of your insipid handbills, and issue a public apology.
All right, I'll apologize. I swear.
What's this? Coffee? How are you feeling? A touch nervous? Itchy?
All right, look, I'm desperate. I can't keep my slaves from escaping. I lose money every day, and all my stock is in tea. If everyone starts drinking coffee, I'll be through.
Anyone who keeps slaves deserves to lose them. Next time, remember, far worse things can haunt a man than lost business.
All right, ma'am.
She's got a point.
He'll be no more trouble.
I'll say. He's going bankrupt, selling off his shops. Care to, expand your empire?
Now there's an idea. If I buy him out, I can pay his slaves a wage and set them on the path to freedom.
Certainly a peaceful solution to your usual method of handling slavers. I'll keep a tally of properties available to buy and make sure my informants keep an eye on opportunities. Look for them.
Thank you, Gerald.
It's good. So what we could do is we can then buy shops. Pay the slaves money. They buy their freedom. It's good. We just bought the tailor shop. Return to the warehouse. I can't believe that we're this far in. And maybe we're not really that far in. We're like 4 hours. Well, actually, yeah. Well, I don't know how far we are in. Because that's the other thing. I was talking earlier about how I changed a Google Doc to put down, like, to show us it. Because when I was looking at it the other day, I was like, okay, great. We know how much time I've played Assassin's Creed. But we don't know how much time it takes. Like, we don't have anything to compare it to. I mean, yeah, I guess when you look at the numbers, like, I've played Assassin's Creed for like 119 hours or something so far in this playthrough. I mean, let that sink in for a second. But where are we in terms of overall, right? Like how much further do we have to go, right? So that's why I added the column from the Time to Beat website with Story Plus, because we're gonna do some side stuff, and we won't just crash through the story completely. Although in Assassin's Creed, I think in Assassin's Creed 3, I think we did kind of really push through the story a little bit. But with this, I was looking. So there's like four of the games on the list that are probably only going to take a stream or two. Freedom's Call is just the DLC. That should only take one stream. I might stream that like on a... Hopefully it lines up. I could stream that on a weekend and just start it and finish it. That stream. And then the 3 2.5D side scrollers, they're only like 6-hour games as well. So you're looking at, you know, like that would be like, we might bust those out in a week. You figure, you know, like Monday, Tuesday one, Wednesday, Thursday another, Friday, Saturday the third game. Then we'll be done with those. But then it's funny because you also see the ramp rate, right? Because right now we've been on par. Our completion times have been about right. Like I said, within 20 minutes either way, except for Assassin's Creed 3, which was an hour. And I think Assassin's Creed 2 was longer because we did the 2 DLCs. So you're looking at like, it's taken us around 24 to 25 hours per game. And then when you get to like Origins, it's like 40 hours. And then Odyssey is like 80 something hours. And then Valhalla is like 92 hours. 92 hours. So we're going to be playing. So the last 3 games are going to take as long, I think, to play as, because when I looked at the final number, it was like 511 hours. And we're 120 hours into it already. So we're a little more than a fifth of the way through. So, but those last 3 games are like 200 something hours long. So it's like almost half of the playthrough are in the last like 3 games. Which I think is interesting, maybe?
Gerald, I'm hearing about disappearing slaves again. I thought we ended that with Gouverneur d'Abadie. But it happens again, and not only slaves now, but laborers, the poor. Where are they all going?
I'll set my informants on finding out.
No, I'll do it myself. They need help now.
May I suggest that you, start with Saint-Danger this time?
Yes. This is one case we won't solve at the garden party.
When you're ready to go, find me outside near the docks. I'll show you a faster way there.
Started to get hungry, so I think we may have to cut. I am a little bummed because I wanted to play. Wanted to play a little longer today, but you know what? I think take a boat to the bayou. When we get to the bayou, I think we'll stop. I don't like stopping mid-mission. Born on the bayou. Is that a DMCA strike? Am I gonna get a DMCA strike now? It looks like he was holding his. I think I said that the last time.
Aveline, simply come here when you need to travel out of town. The business will cover any expense.
Oh, okay, good. I think once we get there, you know what? When we get there, maybe we'll be able to do those last two. After taking care of her father's business troubles, Aveline sets out to uncover the truth behind the mysterious disappearances of slaves and vagrants. There's a fevered patient nearby. Find and subdue him or her. Oh, I get it now. These are your mother's diary pages. Oh, perfect. Memory start is there. I wonder if I can get over here now. What do you think? I bet no. It's like it keeps teasing me. Is this like some endgame shit? Let's see. Let's see. We'll subdue this patient over here too. Did I help? I just helped her. Yep, I did. I did. I helped her. I'm a helper. Looking good, chat. Like I can get over here. We're only 125 meters away. Oh yeah, I think we're in there like swimwear. Oh, son of a bitch. You've got to be kidding me, right? It's probably part of the story or something. We'll just go back and we'll call it here. I was gonna do those two viewpoints, but I'm hungry. I have to pee. The dogs need to go outside. It's almost 6 o'clock. What I was saying though, and I didn't, you know what? I never took a screenshot for today's stream. You know what? I think I got. I think I got. Yeah, it's fine. Do we like this? I don't know. I should have took a picture of her while she was dressed fancy, carrying her umbrella. Anyway, I'm training again this week. The same training actually that I had last week, which isn't a big deal. I actually wanted to sit through it a second time because there was some information that they go over kind of quick, and I wanted to ask more questions. But it's hard to like ask questions when someone is like when they have to get through content. You know what I mean? So we kind of talked. The trainer and I talked about it, and he was like, "Yeah, just come back again next week." He's like, maybe the questions you have will get asked, or you'll be able to ask them. So, so with that said, I will be in training again this week, which means that the streams will depend on when I get out of training. I think most days we were wrapping up around 2 o'clock, which puts me home normal stream time about 2:30. So hopefully we can. Hopefully we can stream at our normal time. So with that being said, I appreciate the hell out of everybody who stopped by. Evina, thanks for the resub. I appreciate it. Today was a little bit more of a just chatty, talky stream. We played a little bit. I feel like we got some stuff accomplished here with Aveline. But Everybody, thank you so much for stopping by. Again, Advina for the resub, Pause, Elegon, Candidate, Poro for the good discussion on a multitude of topics that, we should never back down from here on this channel. Thor is trying to crawl into my lap right now. I see you, buddy. So, everybody have a great night, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. And take it easy and be safe.